reading for today from Something You Forgot Along the Way. And today's story is number 56, Savoring Jingoro's Sculpture, Skill and Wisdom. One of the greatest sculptors of all time was Hidari, left-handed Jingoro, who carved the famous sleeping cat at the Toshogu Shrine in Nikko, the ascending dragon at Ueno's Kanneji Temple, and many other famous works. His contemporary Kikuchi Togoro was ranked his equal in those days. Competing for top honors is only natural. In baseball, chess, and many other fields, spectators enjoy watching competitions and rooting for their favorite team or player. Gradually, competition between factions favoring each of the two artists heated to fever pitch. People began to clamor for the situation to be resolved. Two sculptors cannot both be the best. Let's settle it once and for all. When the matter came to the attention of the shogun, he summoned the two men and said, "Let us see which of you is the greater. Carve me a mouse on the spot." The two sculptors set straight to work and finished in no time. Both carvings were so lifelike that they seemed about to squeak and run off. It was impossible to choose between them. The shogun was stumped until a retainer with a quick mind whispered in his ear, "Cats are experts on mice. Why not let a cat do the deciding?" The shogun gave a nod of approval. Without further ado, the two carved mice were set in different places in the room, and a cat was released to go after them. It went straight to Togoro's mouse. Everyone thought the contest was over, but in the next moment the cat dropped that one, sprang upon Jingoro's mouse instead, and carried it off in its mouth. The rafters rang with applause and shouts of admiration for the masterful achievement. Togoro's mouse was carved out of wood, Jingoro's out of katsuobushi, a dried fish product sold in wood-like blocks. Skill is not the only mark of a true master. The wisdom to adapt to circumstances is also required. Okay, very good. Yeah, this message in this story is one of my favorites in the book, that only having skillfulness is not enough. We need to have wisdom to adapt to circumstances. Because if we understand the truth of impermanence, which is the inevitability of change, that means everything is constantly changing all the time. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the movie that won 7 Oscars, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Yeah, I think the movie had such a message too, because everything is changing like constantly. No matter how much skills, how many skills we have, it's not going to be enough if we want to if we want to gain mastery in our profession or careers, whatever it is that we are doing. We need to have wisdom, and wisdom in Buddhism is the faculty of seeing ahead. If I do this, what are the consequences? To be able to see ahead, few steps, at least a few steps ahead, so that we can make the best decision at any given moment. Yeah, which is actually not easy at all. So, how can we develop this kind of wisdom? So, wisdom is the sixth paramita, the last of the six. So, as we go down the list, it becomes more challenging. What we have to do is do the first one, the paramita of giving, kindness, generosity, which is showing concern for the hardships that other people go through, not just the struggles we have every day, the more we show concern for the hardships that other people go through. That means truly wishing them to become free of suffering. How can I help this individual to be free of suffering? Of course, the ultimate answer is sharing the Dharma, because without the Dharma, we keep repeating the same mistakes again and again and again. So the more we see how much Dharma is bringing us wisdom, we understand why we suffer ourselves, the more we can share that Dharma with other people. And because people come in all sizes and shapes and varieties, the way they think, their values, it's so different, so different, diverse. So the more we try to help people of different backgrounds, expanding our horizons and reach out to all kinds of people without any prejudice or bias or discrimination, the more inclusive we become in our paramita of giving or kindness, the more we can have this wisdom also gets cultivated to be able to see the cause and effects very quickly and skillfully, and we can enjoy a lot of happiness in life. As we saw in the story, the sculptor, carved out the mouse out of fish. Yeah, maybe he knew that, he and his competitor are almost equal. They're equal. So there must be another measure of finding out which of the two is the best. So to be able to see ahead that much, that's a rare quality that we can get blessed with the more we listen to Buddhism and the more we practice. So good job everyone for being here. Today's Sunday and we have all the classes as usual, and have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.